Hello, I'm Sasha and welcome to my video for this month's YouTube hop for a Cherry on Top crafts. Now the theme for this month is flowers. Last month I also did something with flowers, and this month we're doing something with flowers again. This month I am using, let's see, the Beautiful Blooms stamp set from Simon Hurley, along with something I'm very excited to be using and experimenting with, the new neon Lunar paste, also from Simon Hurley. The colors I'm using here are Dart Frog, Tangent, and Yellow Jacket. When I first saw these come out, I was so excited. These neon colors are just really fun to work with, and I thought it'd be really fun to try my hand at watercoloring with them. I've tried watercoloring before. It's something I really want to practice with to get better, but I'm just not the greatest with it right now. So we're trying. To prep the flower stamps that I was going to be using for watercoloring, I stamped them first using some Gina K Obsidian ink, and then over top, without moving them in my Misty, I stamped some clear embossing ink and embossed them using Ranger clear embossing powder. Now I did this off camera because I'm not that good with embossing. I don't do it very often. To me, embossing powder is like glitter. Once you're using it, it just gets everywhere. And I don't know how to control it. So I did it off camera to avoid it looking too messy. And then I started the watercoloring. To watercolor the flowers themselves, all I did was take a spray bottle, spray it onto the grip media on my glass mat, and took a paintbrush and just tried to do something that looked a little bit like watercoloring. Once I was happy with how the flowers were looking, I fussy cut them and then started to make the cards. Now, when I was first planning my project for this hop, I was originally going to make one card with a bouquet of flowers, but once I started doing it, I realized the bouquet, at least to me, would look a little weird all in one card, and I didn't want to hide the beautiful neon lunar paste because I love the neon. So I decided to make 3 cards using the same idea that I was going to use for just making the one card. So to make the card itself, I broke out my ruler. Usually I would just eyeball it, but since I was doing 3 cards, I decided to break out my ruler. And I took 3 pieces of A2 sized black cardstock and measured 4 centimeters on one side, 8 centimeters on the other side. Did that for all 3 pieces, making pencil markings on each piece. Then I trimmed them according to those markings using my Tim Holtz mini guillotine. The fun thing about cutting the cardstock in this way is you end up with 2 pieces per each A2 size piece of cardstock. So if you really want, you could make a set of 6 cards, which is perfect if you are mass producing your cards for Christmas or a birthday party or something. However, since I had only made the 3 flowers, I just ended up making 3 cards. But in the future, I do plan on using the other 3 pieces for another project. After trimming the black pieces of cardstock and fooling around with the layout a little bit off camera, I ultimately decided to glue the cardstock to the bottom half of the card and glue the flower to the right hand side. Making clean and simple cards, for me at least, is sometimes kind of challenging, even though they're exactly as to say, clean and simple, because I always love adding all the different mixed media elements and playing around, but sometimes it's nice to switch things up and do something like this, which is pretty minimal, but yet I still really like how it turned out. After gluing all the flowers down, I then finished off my set of cards by stamping a different sentiment on each card from the same stamp set using Gina K Designs Obsidian ink. For the sentiments, I did debate about using embossing powder to help them stand out a bit more, but I decided against it because, as I mentioned earlier, embossing powder is just not my forte, if you will. I do really want to try to play with it more because you can definitely do a lot of fun techniques with embossing powder. But like I said, it's just like glitter to me. Once I use it, it's everywhere, and I'm just wiping it up and finding it even long after I've finished the project, so I need to learn to contain it a bit more and to learn some more fun techniques to use embossing powder for. And here's my completed set of my 3 clean and simple floral cards for this month's hop. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the description box below to hop along with all the other design team members participating in this hop for a chance to win a $25 gift card to shop at a Cherry on Top Crafts. Also, be sure to check out the description box below for a complete list of the supplies I used, plus links to purchase if your heart so desires. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.